Before we get into today's video, I want to let you guys know for the first time ever, we are doing a Black Friday sale. It is going to be live at midnight on our website from November 29th to December 2nd. And the sale we're doing on is going to be 5% off all short blocks, 10% off everything else on the site, 10% off on dyno tuning and e-tuning. So if you do want to purchase a tune, please email me at bbrtuned@gmail.com. Give me a full mod list so I can approve your setup, and then I can get you over an invoice for your tune. But before, like I said, we get into today, don't miss a chance and check out that new merch we got on site. That is also going to be on sale. Let's go ahead and have some party today with another Honda. Welcome back to a new day and another Honda. And I got some explaining to do because I have been leaning on Justin for quite some time to get a Honda. And not only does he get one, he gets one in the same color as me because he likes his white cars. So here we are. This is Justin's K-swapped turboed 96 Civic. This is on the budget deal. Budget build. He's over here messing with some injectors. It's been a while since you've been on here, pal.
It has, yeah.
I've been on Justin about putting some bigger injectors in this thing for a hot minute. When he picked up this car, it was on pump gas, didn't know anything about the tune on it. As I always tell you guys, if you buy something that's worth your investment to put a tune that you know what's on your car, it's just worth your time and money to protect what you just bought. So we switched the car over to E85 since we have it pretty readily available here, and we put a set of IDX 1050X injectors in it because it had some no-name thousands. And obviously the main components are very important. Injectors, I would say turbo, but she ain't that name brand over here. Wastegate, oil valve doesn't really matter, but mainly injectors, fuel pump, ECU management, turbocharger would be a better choice. But here we have it. Like I said, pretty budget deal here. Junkyard motor, 200,000 miles on it, K24. A2 bone stock oil pan 2 valve cover. That means no upgraded VTC gear to the 50 degree, no upgraded oil pump. Bone stock. RSX 5-speed, also 200,000 mile trans. Ebay Turbo Kit. Car made for, what did it make? 473 on wastegate on 8 pounds, and it creeps up to 12 at the very top. It's been on that for how many miles now?
5,000, 4,000.
How many poles?
500 plus, probably.
Justin has learned about the reliability of Honda motors, and it doesn't burn no oil.
No, doesn't do anything other than go.
How many miles a gallon you get on E85?
18.
With hot dogging her?
Yeah, with hot dogging it, like 20 with not hot dogging it.
Yeah, he's had the time of his life. This thing, he's quickly found out at the weight of this car, because it is a DX model, it weighs what?
Ratio, like 2250.
And this thing at 500 horsepower is a blast. So, what are we going to do today? I've been telling him, turn it up. We put a Walbro 450 in it before, had one laying around the shop. Obviously, we're limited by injector. I knew old boy over here was going to be a full send or no send. So I kept her on the rich side, being like 11.0. So we maxed out those 1050s on wastegate, kept things pretty safe. Today, we got some 2200s, but we still have one single Walbro. So that will still limit us, unfortunately.
Thankfully. Maybe my motor will live.
Thanks.
Yeah.
I think we're going to leave most of it on gate and third, and then just add power up in the higher gears, because it's at pretty much the limit for what it'll take in the first 3 gears on the street. Past that, though, I know my boy over here likes to top out that 5th gear.
I like the party.
Yeah, he likes the party. So we're gonna pull these injectors out. We're gonna clean, flow test these real quick, make sure everything looks good, get these thrown in the car, and then get this thing loaded on the dyno so we can party. We gotta go through, obviously, retune the whole car, dyno and drivability, do a pull on gate, get everything good to go, and then we'll go up from there. But here she is. So in combination with my boy wanting to do top speed runs in this thing, my car has changed the way of its life. I went through the same exact process on my black EM1, if some of you remember that. Obviously, if you take a look here, and the wheels I have on this are Bellix. This is a custom setup on the car. These obviously have some ET Street R's, being that these are so tiny. My nice brake upgrade did not fit anymore. So Justin got my spoon brakes and my T37s for this. Take a look at those beauties. For Honda Boy, there is nothing better than some spoon brakes. And I love TEs. They look so good on this car. Excited to see what we can do today. How much power do you think we can make? Depends on if Justin's gonna get scared over there, but your boy's gonna just keep clicking up. That's looking pretty good.
It's pretty damn good compared to what they were.
Yeah. Looking pretty damn good. Now we're back over from cleaning these injectors out, just getting the top hats put on them. Obviously lubing these things up, get these things in the car. And then it's party time. Probably gonna run out of wastegate today. Unfortunately, he won't let me increase the spring. Plus,
I like my motor.
injectors are in. We are on the dyno, just getting the wideband put in. Get this thing on. I'll save you guys the boring stuff. I already got the idle pretty much dialed in, and then I'll get some of the drivability stuff. Gonna start out, like I said, on wastegate pressure. Just get the fuel map dialed in on this, and then that's when we'll start leaning on old girl. What number you want to see today, guy?
550, 600.
All right.
Yeah.
That, as long as that gate doesn't fuck us, which we'll up that. We'll up the spring pressure if we need to. All right, we worked through all the drivability stuff on it. We are now to the point where I've got all the cam angles done, fueling maps done. Gonna do the first full pull on wastegate, show you guys what it makes. Should be pretty close to where we left off before, right around that 470 region. And then we can turn this boost controller on. So let's just get this pull done and see where we're at. All right, nice clean pull, 456, 364. And I know the screen over here looks a little weird on the camera, so I'll go over here. But definitely happy with that, right almost back to where we were. Looking good, guys. Look how clean that looks. So that is a good start. Now let's plug this boost controller in and start turning old girl up. We got the boost controller hooked up. I wanted to verify it was working, which it is working. I just put 30% on the gate just to get us started out. Made 15 pounds at the very peak, picked up about 1 pound in the mid-range, and then it picked up about 2 pounds in the back before we were making 13 pounds. So here we are, made 509 and 400 torque. So I pulled a couple degrees out here at peak torque, try to level that out. I gave it another 15% on the gate, seeing that we have a pretty small spring, and we'll see what happens on this next one. right, guys, boost controller is indeed working. My worry of it having too small a spring is accurate because I'm at 75% on the gate and we've gotten a total of 4 pounds increase, which not what we're trying to get, but still 525, 412, beautiful, nice smooth graph. It's not enough party for us over here though. So we're gonna run this boost controller to the top of the gate. It's either that or we take the gate off and we put a bigger spring in it because this spring is not big enough, which it wouldn't be that bad. Pull the whole gate off. Tell me how you're a car guy without telling me you're a car guy. We couldn't find a T in the other shop, so you know what that means. If you know, you know. 4-port. We don't got no more spring problem now. We're gonna put this baby on. This will be better for our boost by gear in this thing anyways. This is gonna be the nicest thing in the bay. Look how they mounted this boost controller. Self tappers into the frame rail. Sick. Well, we'll fix that right up. This one's got a nice mount. Where are we mounting this hoe? That looks like it. Yeah, but then we can't get the lines. All right, well, we'll figure out where to mount this baby and then we'll get back on the action. We're definitely gonna have to be more careful of this one. All right, 4-port is installed and bolted down. Jack, I hope you're ready to party today. Come on, little buddy. I don't think you're ready for this, Justin.
I'm not. I'm gonna get put in the back seat. Shit's gonna hit so hard I'm gonna be in the back seat. I'm gonna be in the trunk.
We're definitely gonna back the duty down. We have it at 75 right now. I'm gonna start at a nice casual 35 and see what happens there. So this first pull might just be a feel it outer and we'll kind of get an idea how this one. Oh, I forgot. Homie over here
Likes quiet cars.
has 2 1/4 exhaust. I can't get boost come up. I wonder why. I'm like, what the heck's going on here? Forgot this thing's so damn quiet. It's like a Prius. So 548 is what we got. 417 torque. Everything's over lane. You can tell we got 541, 48, 48 because it's just not coming up. It's a restriction. Where we go? Where we go? We gotta have. Damn.
Yeah, that's all the way.
Trying to find somewhere to undo it. All right, bet. Well,
right where I wanted it though. 550.
550 doesn't give me much room for boost control.
Yeah, no.
Thanks, guy.
No problem.
We're gonna have to put either a bigger catback, or B, we're gonna have to put a gate on the exhaust, which will probably what we'll end up doing. That way we can keep this quiet exhaust, and then we can put a 60 mil dump on it. But end of the day off, 548, 417, and you guys already know the deal. Time for motherfucking street hit. Here we go, out to Mexico. You ready for another 100 wheel?
Not yet. No.
Not yet. I'm ready to unbolt this cap back. God damn it. You and your damn quiet exhaust. See the sound? Alright. See if this hard work paid off. Jimmy, they feel faster?
Way faster.
And now tires are warm. Alright, here we have it. 550 wheel stock motor, K24, 200,000 miles on it.
Certified ripper.
It rips. Now it doesn't hook forward.
No.
Front wheel drive life problems. But that's gonna wrap it up, boys. As soon as we can get an external wastegate on that, I should say another gate on the catback, you already know we'll be back for more, or put a bigger screen in that gate.
Yeah.
Old Jack will give us 600 all day. Oh yeah. But that's gonna wrap it up. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick video. Hope you guys all have a great Thanksgiving. I am now off to mine.
Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. Life up in the fast lane, fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground. Living life up in the fast lane. Life, though you limits, you just put them in Coronas, Coronas, Coronas. I've been working, I need that advance with the bonus, the bonus, the bonus. Ain't no thoughts about tomorrow, I'm just living in the moment, the moment, the moment. Full tank of gas and 200 on the dash, bitch, I'm zoning, I'm zoning, I'm zoning. Fast lane, living life up in the fast lane. Hey. Living life up in the fast lane. Life up in the fast lane, fast lane. And I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down, I ain't slowing down. Living life up in the fast lane. Pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground, pedal to the ground.